Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us again for day 2 of our smart credit system. Today, we will be speaking about credit utilization. And after you complete this workshop, you will have the information you need to make the right decisions regarding your personal credit needs. I'm your host for today, Keisha Brody. Let's get started. So let's get started with a basic definition. Utilization. Although it sounds complex, it's simply a fancy word for the amount of credit you've used compared to the total amount of credit extended to you by a lender. So, to break this down a bit further, think of it this way. If you had a credit card with a limit of $5,000 and you use $500 of that limit, your utilization would be calculated by dividing the debt owed 500 by the credit extended 5,000. And so in this case, your utilization will be 10%. Now let's consider another scenario. If you have another credit card also with a $5,000 limit, but this time you've used $4,000 of that limit, your utilization would be much higher, coming in at 80%. So, in essence, credit utilization measures the percentage of your available credit that you're currently using. And so, throughout this session, we will delve deeper into why understanding and managing your credit utilization is critical for anyone looking to improve their credit score and overall financial credit health. Let's dive in. So we're going to take a crucial aspect of credit repair, and that is understanding how credit utilization impacts your overall credit score. First, let's take a moment at understanding the whole scoring system. Credit scores typically range from 300 to 850. Within this range, there are a total of 550 available points for you to earn and maintain. Now, here's where credit utilization comes into play. It's a it's it accounts for a significant portion of your credit score, 30% to be exact. And so this means that out of the available 550 points, credit utilization has the potential to contribute the maximum of 165 points towards your score. And why is this so important? And that's because you have uh, arguably the most control of this score. Okay. You have complete control over it, to be exact. So, unlike other factors that may be influenced by past actions or external circumstances, credit utilization is something you can actively manage and adjust to your advantage. Okay. And so, by understanding this, and effectively managing your credit utilization, you have the power to maximize this portion of your score. Ultimately, this works towards achieving a healthier overall credit profile. And so, throughout this challenge, we'll dive deeper into strategies and tactics to help you leverage this control and optimize your credit utilization to its fullest potential. So let's go ahead and harness this power together and pave the way to a stronger financial future. Let's go. Okay, so here's the nitty gritty of calculating your credit utilization ratio. And the key to understanding and managing this critical aspect of your credit score is vital. Okay, so calculate your credit utilization ratio. It's very straightforward. You simply divide your revolving debt, the amount that you owe, by your total available credit. So, for example, if you have a credit card with a $2,000 balance and your total credit limit across all of your credit cards is $10,000, your utilization ratio will be 20%. That's 2,000 of 10,000. So now it's important to note that while your utilization ratio should ideally be kept 30%, below 30%, to avoid negative impacts on your credit score, it's even better if you can aim lower. Okay. So take, for instance, individuals with excellent credit score, those scores that are hovering around 800. So on average, those individuals tend to keep their utilization ratio as low as 7%. So this demonstrates the positive effect that maintaining a low utilization ratio can have on your overall credit worthiness. Okay, but what about those who aim for a utilization ratio of 0%? Okay, now while this might seem like an attractive goal, okay, especially for those who are concerned about debt, it's essential to remember that having a 0% utilization may not necessarily be advantageous. Okay, in fact, if you're not using your credit cards at all, it could potentially hurt your credit score in the long run. Okay, so it may appear to lenders that you're not actively managing credit. So, lastly, I also want to point out that it's crucial to emphasize that credit utilization is based solely on your revolving credit, such as your credit cards and your lines of credit. Okay, it's not your installment credits like your mortgage or your car loan. So, by understanding how to calculate your credit utilization ratio, and the nuances associated with it, you're now equipped to make informed decisions and take proactive steps towards optimizing this aspect of your credit profile. Okay. So on yesterday or day one, we asked that you take a proactive step towards managing your credit by opening a free credit reporting account like Credit Karma. Now, this is a crucial tool in your arsenal for tracking and improving your credit health. Okay. And it's so important because this is one of the key metrics that you'll want to keep an eye on within Credit Karma, and that is your credit utilization. Okay. Now, it's very easy to keep up with this matrix. It provides valuable insight into how much of your available credit you're currently using. um, Here's where it gets interesting. As you actively monitor your utilization, you want to pay close attention to how your credit score responds to changes in the matrix. Okay, so you'll notice a direct correlation. As your utilization decreases, your credit score tends to increase. Okay. And this is because the lower the utilization, it reflects responsible credit management. Okay. Which is viewed positively by credit bureaus and lenders. Okay. Now, in Credit Karma, you can easily find your utilization under the credit card use tab. Okay. This section provides a clear breakdown of your credit card balances relative to your credit limits. Okay, that's going to give you a comprehensive view of your utilization across different accounts. Now, by regularly monitoring your utilization through Credit Karma, you're gaining valuable insight into your credit behaviors. Okay, now you're empowering yourself to make informed decisions to optimize your credit profile. Okay, you know that if your debt is above that 30%, you know what you need to do. Not necessarily pay the whole thing off, but bring it below that 30%. And if you want that excellent credit below 7%. So let's make it a habit to keep a close watch on our utilization and observe how our efforts to decrease it translate into tangible improvements in our credit scores, improvements that you can see. Okay, so remember, knowledge is power, but it's not powerful until you apply it. Okay, so use the Credit Karma as a powerful tool that you have directly in your hand. Now, as we discussed, maintaining a low credit utilization ratio is vital for a healthy credit score, right? Fortunately, there are several strategies you can employ to achieve this goal. First, consider asking your existing creditors for higher credit limits, okay? By increasing your available credit while maintaining or reducing your debt, what you're doing is actually effectively lowering your utilization ratio. Okay. However, it's very important that you approach this strategy with caution because you want to ensure that higher limits won't lead to increased spending and debt accumulation. So you have to have that self discipline. Another option is to consolidate your debts. Okay. And this involves combining multiple debts into a single account. And this can often lower your interest rate. So consolidation it can streamline your payments and potentially reduce your overall utilization ratio. However, again, it's crucial to be careful and evaluate the terms and conditions of the consolidation loan to ensure that it is a viable solution for your financial situation. You know, you want to look for hidden fees. Okay. Next, you might consider the possibility of obtaining new credit. Okay. Now, this may seem counterintuitive. Strategically, though, opening a new credit account can increase your total available credit, and thereby it's going to reduce your utilization ratio. But you got to remember to use this option very cautiously, avoid excessive or unnecessary credit applications because that can also lead to a negative impact on your credit score. Okay, now last, you want to prioritize debt elimination. That is key. Okay, that has to be a priority to eliminate debt. So when you create a solid repayment plan, you want to focus on paying down your existing balances so you can steadily reduce your overall debt load and improve your utilization ratio over time. So in conclusion, there are several strategies here that we just shared with you for improving your credit utilization, from increasing your credit limit to consolidating debt and then strategically obtaining new credit. Now, the key here is to approach these solutions all with much thought and making sure that they're in alignment with your overall financial goals. Now, let's explore a powerful strategy for accelerating debt elimination, and it's called the snowball method. Okay, this approach is pretty effective for individuals who are looking to quickly reduce their debt burden and improve their credit utilization. Okay, because it moves quickly, just like a snowball coming down a steep hill. Okay, so let's talk about how it works. First, you're going to start by listing all of your debts, including your credit cards, your loans, other outstanding balances, from smallest to highest, regardless of the interest rate. And next, you're going to allocate any available funds beyond minimum payments towards the smallest debt, okay, while continuing to make the minimum payments on all of the other debt. Okay. Once you have paid off the smallest debt, take the amount that you are paying towards it and apply it to your next smallest debt on your list. And this creates the snowball effect. So as each debt is paid off, that's freeing up money to put towards the next one. So you'll continue this process until you've paid off all of your debts with each debt eliminated. You'll gain momentum and motivation to tackle the next one. Okay, you're going to get excited about paying off all of this debt. Now, the snowball method, this is effective for several reasons. You know, first, it provides clear and achievable path to debt freedom. Okay, you can see your way out, starting with small victories, low-hanging fruit. It builds up momentum over time. Secondly, it offers a psychological benefit by providing that sense of accomplishment. Okay, so with each debt paid off, you're feeling motivated to stay on track. Okay, so it has a lot of psychological, emotional benefits. And then additionally, by focusing on eliminating the smaller debts first, you're starting to free up funds to tackle the larger debt. Okay, and that's what's accelerating your progress towards financial freedom. So in summary, the snowball method is very powerful for accelerating your debt elimination and improving your utilization at the same time. So by prioritizing these small victories, you're able to maintain momentum, and then you can quickly reduce your debt burden and do what? Achieve those financial goals. Okay, so rinse and repeat. So as we conclude our credit repair challenge for today, it's time to take decisive actions towards eliminating your debt and optimizing your credit utilization. So let's transform the insights that we've gained today from our discussion into tangible steps forward. Okay, so your first call of action is to create a debt elimination plan. Okay, take a moment, write down all of your debts in their respective order and with their respective balances. Okay. Then order them from smallest to largest. This will serve as your roadmap for tackling your debt. Okay. Then you want to jot down ideas for paying down your debt. How are you going to start eliminating debt? Whether it's allocating additional funds from your budget, exploring side hustles, or implementing the snowball method. As we discussed earlier, we want to add that money, any money that we can, to this method. Okay. Um, Now it's time to determine what your snowball money will be, what your snowball money will be. So are those extra funds you'll use to accelerate your debt elimination journey? You want to identify how much you can realistically allocate towards paying off your debt each month. And you want to write this down, write down your plan and commit to it. Okay, now remember, you don't have to do this alone. My Econ offers a smart credit system, providing you with all of the tools and resources you need to manage your credit effectively, okay, and to accelerate that debt elimination. Okay, my Econ empowers you also to earn great affiliate income by selling memberships, and that gives you an opportunity to generate some additional funds to put towards your debt. So if you're interested in accessing the smart credit system and leveraging the MyEcon resources to go ahead and supercharge your debt elimination efforts, just reach out to the person who shared this information with you. They'll be happy to provide you with more details and guide you on your journey to financial freedom. So let's take action today and start paving the way for a brighter financial future. Your debt-free journey starts when? Right now. Walk in victory.